It all started with a slight discomfort on my right side. I thought it was a muscle strain or perhaps the result of sleeping in a bad position. But as the days went by, the pain became more intense. I couldn't recall hurting myself, but one night, while showering, I noticed a scar on my abdomen right next to my liver. It was recent, barely healing, and I definitely didn't remember it. My mind began to spiral. I tried to convince myself that I had overlooked it before, but the pain persisted, becoming sharper every day. I decided to see a doctor. During the examination, the doctor remained silent for a moment, pressing the area more insistently than usual. Finally, he ordered an urgent ultrasound. When I received the results, the doctor looked at me with an expression I will never forget. "This can't be possible," he muttered. According to the report, my liver was partially removed. It wasn't a mistake. The images clearly showed scar tissue, as if I had recently undergone surgery. The worst part was that I didn't remember ever being operated on. I tried to recall if I had ever lost consciousness or had an accident that could have caused this. But nothing made sense. When I got home, I checked everything: medical records, messages on my phone, any clue that I might have authorized the surgery myself. I found nothing. That night, I couldn't sleep. The pain became unbearable, and as I tried to adjust in bed, I felt another discomfort in my back. Using a mirror, I discovered another scar, right where my kidneys are. It was identical to the previous one, fresh and still reddish. Fear took hold of me. How was it possible that I was losing parts of my body without realizing it? The next day, I went back to the hospital to demand answers, but when I tried to show the scars, they were gone. My skin was smooth, without any signs of having been cut. When I asked to speak to the same doctor, another one attended me. After explaining what had happened, he looked at me with disbelief and suggested that I might be stressed or delirious, recommending that I see a mental health specialist. That same night, when I checked the security camera I had installed in my room days earlier as a precaution, I found something that chilled me to the bone. The video showed my body lying motionless in bed, and suddenly, around 3 a.m., 4 hooded figures appeared in the room. 2 of them held my arms, while the other 2 seemed to be working on my abdomen. There were no sounds, except for a faint buzzing. The procedure lasted about an hour. Afterward, they closed the wound and disappeared without leaving a trace. I woke up terrified, checking my body again. This time, there was a small incision on the left side. I could no longer distinguish reality from a nightmare. I tried calling the police, but when I showed them the video, the file was corrupted. No one believed my story. The following days were worse. I woke up with new scars that disappeared shortly after. My health rapidly declined. Dizziness, extreme fatigue, and a constant hunger I couldn't satisfy. I lost weight at an alarming rate, and my reflexes slowed down. I noticed that my nails were brittle and my skin pale and dry, as if I were losing vitality. One day, upon waking up, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. When I checked, I found a scar on the left side, right where my heart should be. Desperate, I recorded a final video detailing everything that was happening. I locked myself in my room and set up cameras throughout the house. That night, as I struggled to stay awake, exhaustion overcame me. The last thing I remember is seeing the figures approaching once more, whispering in a language I didn't recognize. I woke up the next day feeling an indescribable emptiness in my chest. The cameras were destroyed, and the recorded video had been deleted. Every day I feel like I'm fading away, as if I'm losing parts of myself that aren't just physical, My breathing is slower, and sometimes it seems to stop for a few seconds. And the worst part is that every night I hear the same buzzing before falling asleep, knowing that when I wake up, another part of me will be gone. Lately, I've started noticing something even stranger. My reflection in the mirror looks less defined, as if my presence is slowly fading away. Sometimes, when I walk past a glass surface, I don't see my shadow on the ground. I feel like I'm disappearing, as if they're not just stealing my organs, but my very essence.